Yo, welcome back to Kai Speaks. I appreciate all love and support y'all been showing on these videos, man. Today, I'm gonna get straight into it, bro, because it's something that's been huge for me in order to learn. In order to learn how to, like all the things that I've been trying to do, whether it was trading, whether it was, trying to invest, starting up a YouTube channel, all that, like, it is really was one of the biggest things to help me achieve those things and be able to start them up at least, right? And my biggest thing that I want to talk about today is how you have a source that's bigger than you think, right? Like, I think a lot of people take this for granted and they use it for the wrong purposes. And I say this because I'm talking about your cell phone, bro. Your cell phone is something that you can use to learn a lot more information than you think. A lot of people aren't using it in that way. And I genuinely feel like a lot more people could learn a lot more from YouTube. You literally can learn everything from your phone, bro. Just go to YouTube, type it in. There's literally some videos that you can find where it's literally a whole tutorial, right? Like it gives you step by step on how to do something, bro. And sometimes you'll find people where they want you to pay for their course, or they're trying to sell you something, right? But there is people out there that just put their free content out there, and they're not charging anything, they're not telling you to buy anything, they're not trying to sell a course or anything. All they're trying to do is genuinely teach you and just talk about what they do, and from that you can learn so much, bro. And I say this because I've recently been trying to get into passive income, right? Because the biggest thing as an entrepreneur is that you may make a lump sum of money within 1 month that you might not make in the next month, right? So you need something consistent in order to live a lifestyle, whether that's move out, um just really just live life, right? Like be able to have some money that's set for certain things, like bills and stuff like that, or taxes even. Like you want to have a money that's set to the side that's just strictly for that, right? And you want that passively, because that's one of the hugest things that will make you rich, right? And I say this because, or make you wealthy. And I say this because when you make a lump sum of money, right? Let's say I were to make 30,000 in 1 month, right? The thing about making 30,000 in 1 month from your entrepreneur business is that you're not guaranteed to make another 30,000 the next month, right? So if you're trying to afford for a lifestyle where you pay off an apartment and it's like four something, right? It's a real nice penthouse or whatever. It's probably 4 to 5 something, right? And you're living that lifestyle because you make 30,000. You made 30,000 that 1 month, so you can afford to live that lifestyle, right? But what you don't want is that you slowly start to slow things down, and then you realize rent's coming up, so now you're trying to rush your entrepreneur journey, and you're really just trying to rush to do everything to just move and make sure you got your rent together and this and that. I think the biggest thing about that is have something that's set aside to do those certain things for you, right? Like your passive income is going to pay off that apartment, right? If you have if you're generating $4,000 a month of passive income, you're doing amazing, bro, because that's just money that you're not working for necessarily, right? You're not doing excessively too much work. You're gonna do a decent amount of work, and it is hard, but you're not like working a 9 to 5 at a job or whatever. You're literally just you're probably setting some things, whether it's investing and getting a return back every month, whatever it is. You're getting some type of money every single month that's gonna pay for stuff, like you pay for your lifestyle, and then the money that you get to the side is strictly for you. That's how people maintain financial freedom, maintain the success and this wealth that you see. Because if I have passive income, right, and I have enough money to pay for my apartment, pay for my car note, pay for insurance, if I have enough money to pay for the bills and stuff like that, just purely off passive income, what do you think that 30,000 I made would go to? It would go to the nicer things, right? Like it would go to maybe wanting a new car that I know my passive income can pay for. It would go to going on a vacation. It would go to clothes, gifts, whatever it is. That $30,000 is going to be strictly for you to spend, and that's how people become wealthy, right? Another thing is, I genuinely feel like if if you want to learn something, but you may not know where to go to YouTube, bro. Like I said, there's whole tutorials that people aren't trying to sell a course to sometimes, but there's whole tutorials that you will find. You got to keep clicking on videos, find which one that you really like, and then you slowly you find that one, right? It doesn't sell a course. They're you can tell they're not trying to money grab. They're just trying to make a quick little video or whatever. They're actually trying to teach you. You can sit through the whole video and you can engage with it, because sometimes videos can be a little bit boring, and you're sitting there, you're watching, and like it's kind of hard to pay attention because it's boring. You feel like you're in class again. But there's gonna be some videos that are actually visually appealing that'll make you want to get started, right? And one of the biggest things is, bro, I feel like a lot of people want to go to TikTok for a lot of their information. But if you really do want to succeed, go to YouTube, bro. There's whole tutorials. There's not short little 30 clip tutorials on how to do stuff, because they're most likely not telling you everything you need to know, right? And I think that's one of the biggest differences about searching things up on TikTok and searching things up on YouTube. A lot of people, when they want to learn something, will go to TikTok instead of YouTube. Why? When YouTube literally can give you a whole rundown, and it'll get into little details about how to do something. TikTok, it may give you a whole rundown, but it's not getting into those little details because it has to be a short video. Because when you go to TikTok, you expect short videos, right? That's why when I make TikTok shorts, Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, I don't make them entirely too long, because that's not what they're there for. That's not what people are there for, to watch a long video on those platforms. If you're there on YouTube and you see a 30-minute video, that's not out of the normal, right? So you're able to watch a 30-minute video, bro. Like, one of the biggest things that I really want to stress about and talk about here is that, like, nobody, like, you literally have teachers to everything, right? And I'm talking about teachers that will actually teach you life lessons and things you actually need to know in life, whether it's about taxes, how to buy a house, how to rent a house, how to own things of your own. Like, yeah, like literally you have teachers to be able to tell you how to do all these things, bro. And I just genuinely feel like that a lot of people aren't taking for granted what they have, right? Like, your phone is your best friend, right? So you might as well use it in the best way possible. You might as well use it to make more money, generate income, and in order to get to that next level of success, bro. But honestly, this was just a short little video, man. I just wanted to get that out there to y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials at Kai Speaks 05. If you're interested in my day trading journey, follow me at Kai Academy 05, where I post my whole trading journey from the start of this year to the end of this year, bro. I hope you make the most of 2025. Peace.